Imagine a friend asks, "Have you locked the door?" A technically perfect answer is, "Yes, I have locked the door." It's grammatically correct, but it repeats almost every word from the original question. In natural conversation, however, that second phrase usually disappears. The speaker drops the repeated information entirely, leaving just a three-word response. Yes, I have. This reference table shows why that works. In sentences with two verbs, the first is the auxiliary, or help verb, like have, can't, or was. The second is the main action. When providing a short response, the auxiliary verb stays to represent the entire idea. Learning to isolate these helping verbs allows you to participate in a conversation's rhythm without the redundancy of repeating the same action verb twice. This rule applies even in longer sentences. For example, Jessica could lend me the money, but she won't. Because won't is an auxiliary verb, the phrase lend me the money is implied and can be faded out. However, look at a statement like I like onions. Here, there is no auxiliary verb visible between the subject and the main verb to carry over into a short reply. To form a shortcut here, you have to mentally supply the missing helper. In the present tense, you use do or does to get yes, I do. In the past tense, you use did. Whenever a sentence lacks a visible helper verb, do, does, or did functions as the standard replacement for natural-sounding replies. These standalone verbs also function as reactions to show interest. If someone tells you it rained every day on their holiday, answering with did it indicates you're listening, even without a full sentence response. We also use these verbs to agree with so for positive statements or neither for negative ones. This is where word order often becomes an issue, leading to mistakes like I passed the exam and so Paul did. In these specific cases, the order must invert. By swapping the verb and the subject, we get I passed the exam and so did Paul, alongside the formula so/neither plus verb plus subject. Standard English typically follows a subject-verb order, but this agreement structure is a rare exception where the verb must come first. Section D of our material covers common responses based on thoughts or hopes, like I think so or I suppose so. These are standard ways to answer without repeating the original question. The pattern changes when these become negative. For thoughts, we negate the beginning, saying I don't think so. But for hopes or fears, the negative moves to the end, resulting in I hope not or I'm afraid not. Because these negative forms are inconsistent, hope and afraid must be treated as specific exceptions to the standard negation rule. Here are 3 questions from the textbook that focus on the 3 distinct rules we covered today. Pause the video now, try to write the answers in the comments, and see if you can apply the rules we just discussed before we reveal the results. In the first challenge, I like hot weather, but Anne, the first clause is present simple. Since there is no visible auxiliary, we supply doesn't for the negative contrast. For question 2, you react to Amy's statement with don't you, and add your own preference, I do. And for the final question about the rain, we use the irregular negative, I hope not. To review today's session, omit the main verb to keep responses concise. Supply do, does, or did when no helper is present. Invert the order for so and neither agreements. And remember that hope and afraid negate at the end of the phrase. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.